Hi folks, are we back? Let me know once you guys are back. I can only see two hands raised at the moment. All right, I see quite a few of them. All right, folks. Last topic I want to cover is around writing effective threat reports. It's pretty simple, just giving you insights into how, in case you ever need to write a threat reports, how we can write them, what we should keep in mind. Post that, I will be discussing the quiz questions once with all of you. So let's cover these things. So in terms of writing a threat report, we need to keep three basic things in our mind, which is sharing our analytical details and insights. We need to write whatever we are writing with confidence. Our analysis approach should be straightforward, and we should also be proposing all preventions or response steps for threats. So we should be writing clear indications in terms of if there is a threat report that you're reporting, we should be writing it very clearly in terms of what we need to do, how we need to prevent it, how we need to detect it, right? Can any of you mention any issues that you're seeing in this report excerpt?
For the presentation one,
Yeah, one that is anything else, any issues you're seeing? Okay, let me highlight some issues here. There are some issues in terms of formatting. There are issues in terms of capitalization, in terms of wordiness, in terms of spelling, in terms of details that are mentioned. And such kind of issues basically can lead to your readers, number one, not understanding what you're trying to communicate. Number two, not being clear and consistent with what you're trying to communicate to the readers as well. And in terms of how much details we should be providing, right? So to format this correctly, we have a revised excerpt here, which basically just says or gives out very clear communication that the malware communicates to a specific IP address, right? Over a certain protocol period. And also in terms of formatting, we see that the appendix is clear that we look at. We haven't given out too much information to the reader so that they get confused, but we've given out the most accurate information that we have, right? So whenever you're writing these kind of reports, remember that at the end of the day, put yourself as a reader, put yourself that you're going to be reading these reports as well. And we need to be clear in terms of what we want to call out and how we want to call it out. Again, providing too many details in a report does not make sense. Providing no details or no data in a report also does not make sense. So what we need to do here is we need to understand that all readers, whoever are going through our reports, are different, right? They will look at different aspects of a report. A technical person will look at how to mitigate something. A SOC person will look at details of how they can detect something. A person who wants to read it just for general awareness will look at just an executive summary kind of thing, right? So we need to make sure that whatever we are writing, we need to summarize it correctly in a way that whatever executive summaries we are writing gives out the crux of the report that what we're trying to write. A reader who wants to just go through simple information in terms of, say, CISOs, execs, people, they will not have time to go through your entire report, right? But if you call out in one paragraph or two paragraphs what you're trying to write and what you're trying to explain and what the exact objective of the report is, then that should be very, very clear to everyone. The second thing that we need to look at is we need to treat every first sentence of each paragraph as a summary. So if I need to go through details, I do not want to look at your data. I do not want to look at the details that you shared across in every aspect of your paragraph. But your first sentence should be basically, if I read just first sentences of each of your report, I should be able to understand what you're trying to say. Headings are extremely important, so you need to give out certain amount of information also in terms of what the attack was and how they were trying to do it. We need to add table of contents into reports. Generally in cyber threat reports we don't see it, and that is a problem, that when I want to read a certain exhibit I cannot go directly to it and I need to look for it by going through the entire report. And any extras that you see, any extra data that you're looking at needs to be put in the appendix. Now, we need to understand that we are writing a report. We are not writing, paragraphs of English just to meet a certain word length or a paragraph length. So we need to look at wordiness. We need to call out whatever we are writing in a very clear format, and we need to get to the point much, much faster, right? So as a paragraph, what you can see over here is attackers often pack their malicious programs to evade and hide from detection tools and also to complicate malware analysis. To accomplish this, the attacker might begin by first compiling the malware using a standard software tool such as Visual Studio. The attacker will then continue by using a packing tool or utility to conceal the program's malicious patterns. The packer accomplishes this by encrypting or obfuscating the file. The resulting file is hard to detect and difficult to analyze. Only later, when the packed executable arrives at the victim system, having probably bypassed anti-malware or other security measures, will the malware get unpacked by itself into the computer's memory. Now, converting this to more standard stuff that we need to do in terms of how we need to write this and why too many words also starts becoming an issue is because it starts confusing readers, right? To convert this back into a simple sentence, what we do is we start striking out information which we think will confuse readers, is not apt for the moment. People, remember, they do not have patience, they do not have time to read reports which have multiple words that do not actually are required in terms of bringing out the content to your readers, right? So what we can do here is compress it in a way so that we do not miss out core information, but we get to the point much faster. So here what we're trying to say is attackers often pack malicious programs to evade detection and complicate analysis. The attacker might first compile the malware using a development tool such as Visual Studio. The attacker will then use a packaging utility to conceal the program's malicious patterns by encrypting or obfuscating the file. Only when the packed executable arrives at the victim system, having bypassed anti-malware measures, will the malware unpack itself into memory and run the malicious code. Now, we have cut down approximately 39% of words here, but we are bringing out the same information in terms of what we need to bring out to the reader. So remember, people do not have enough time or patience to go through each line, each word, and we need to get to the point much faster. We need to look at getting the data across to our readers. Remember, it's not only going to be people who like execs who are going to be reading this, they're going to also be technical people who want to understand what the issue is at hand at first. So whenever we are writing reports, we need to get to the point faster. We need to challenge ourselves to also reduce every paragraph by at least 20%. We need to scrutinize every word what we're writing and keep it as a principle that when you're in doubt, please remove that paragraph or remove that line. Be brief, but don't be so brief that your readers do not even understand what you're trying to say, right? Give the right details, give the right amount of words, and proofread it until and unless you understand from a perspective that this is what I wanted to call out from this report. Have I made that point or not? So whenever you're reading reports, right, or as a reader of reports, you have to have an objective of what would you want to know about it, how do you want to call it out, and how do you want to bring this information out to people, right? So you need to be absolutely correct in your data of what you're trying to build up to your readers. Your lines need to be very compact and have to have data in terms of exact groups, softwares, statistics that need to be called out. What people really want is they want to understand what the intent was for every attack that they, or the capabilities of the threat that they're facing, right? What are the opportunities that they're going to succeed? So I want to know if this really impacts my environment to certain levels. If it does, how does it impact it? Then if there is some organization or industry that is facing this attack, how will it impact other industries? How will it impact other organizations? That needs to be called out, or they need to understand that. How do I get rid of the threat? So if I do get attacked tomorrow, how can I save myself from it? And the reliability of the report in itself. So what methodology have you used? What framework have you used? What standardization have you used? That is extremely important that people want to read and get information from. So what we want to do is, whenever there are attackers techniques that we want to talk about, right, we need to call out, is it skilled, is it a skilled group, is it a fresh group, is it a 0 day, what are we looking at? Then how elaborate is the entire infrastructure of the attacker? Is it something that they're just using a couple of IPs to attack you, or is it a whole infrastructure set that they're using, right? Then when you're discussing malware, we need to look at how they're going to be evading defenses. So are they using analysis tools as sandboxes, debuggers? Are they using fileless methods? Are they using process injections? Are they using memory injections? How are they abusing your capabilities into tools? So for example, you using Excel, people have macros that they build around that, right? So those things need to be called out, because this is something that readers will read, right? And their expectations are also set accordingly. So whenever you are writing these kind of reports, always first target by saying that this is my audience that I'm going to be writing to. This is my objective that I want to write to. These are the amount of details I will cover in my report. And this is what I need to remember in terms of wordiness or paragraphing or structuring or formatting. If you have a technical reader who wants to look at malware samples or wants to read reports about malware samples, right? So what we need to do is we need to have the attacker information. So who was the attacker? How many years have they existed? So what we're calling out over here in the first sentence itself is experience. Are they new, or are they something that they've been in the market for so long? We are clearly defining what kind of tactics does this attacker use, right? And we also at the end define whether the tactics that are being used are comparing to somebody who's a skilled adversary or a newbie, or how is it, right? What is their goal of this entire attack? Is it profitability? Is it reputational damage? Is it organization damage? What do they want to achieve from that? In terms of understanding how we're writing reports, right? There is a thread sheet which we use. And after writing a report, if we go through the thread sheet, which basically calls out key takeaways, it calls out objectives or intent of the threat actor, and it calls out the threat capabilities, right? So every report that we write, we should be assessing it across to this third thread sheet. We should be even rating other reports across the thread sheet as well, so that people can learn. And we also need to use this to understand what mistakes we are making. If, for example, I have missed out what the capabilities of the threat actor is, or what the objectives are, or what the intent is, then I can actually figure this out using the threat sheet, and I can understand, okay, this is where I'm going wrong. This is probably what I need to write in my threat reports. Now, you might say that we are not concerned with cyber threat intelligence reports at all. I might not even know what it impacts, or it doesn't even matter of what I'm writing. Remember, everybody who's in the security industry need to write incident reports, need to write analytical reports, need to write threat reports, right? Somewhere or the other in their career. It does not mean that threat reports cannot be used for analytical reports or incident reports as well, right? They are cross-shared. Everybody who's going to be using this is targeting a reader at the end of the day, is targeting the same kind of problems at the end of the day. So even if you say, okay, I'm not in the cyber threat intelligence field and I don't know, I'm not going to be bothered about writing these reports, right? Well, you will be writing some incident reports for sure. And when you are writing these incident reports, make sure that we follow the same steps, make sure we follow the same kind of objectives what we're talking about. At the end of the day, remember 5 things in terms of structure, in terms of looking for information, in terms of words we're using, in terms of tone, and in terms of the right information that we're getting. If we follow these 5 structures, we should be good in terms of giving out clear and crisp reports to our users or end users or readers, and they will also appreciate reports if you're writing them like this. There are some links I've shared here in terms of cheat sheets or info rating sheets in terms of writing these reports. There are general recommendations. There are general, scripts, etc., that people have written in terms of how to write good reports. If you are interested in this, and if there is something that you like about it, go through these links. It'll really help you in terms of even strengthening writing incident reports for as per se. Any questions on this?
I have a question. So we have a assignment which we are supposed to submit today,
Yes.
and there was this TRAM as a tool which we are supposed to analyze what is going on with a threat report which is given to us.
Mhm.
And it has been told that we have to write something in 8 pages.
In 8 pages, as in?
So the report should be minimum 8 pages.
Nothing
So
like
yeah,
that.
so I just want to ask, whatever is been told here, is this the report or we can just download it as a doc, and that is what we are talking about?
Okay, I'll discuss the assignment once with you just right away. Give me a second.
Yeah, so if we have to do this kind of a reporting, then it's quite a bit.
No, you don't. That's not the
I don't
expectation.
have. Okay, okay, fine, got it.
I'm just going to open it right away. Give me a second.
This kind of report looks like a kind of elevator pitched, influenced report where it gets a very crisp
Yeah,
understanding of what it gives. So the point is, this will take some time. I mean, surely.
no, absolutely. See, all I'm trying to say is if you keep these things in mind whenever you're writing them, it's not like you're going to get it right the first time, right? So you don't need to bother about any of those things in terms of looking at what you're doing, how you're doing it. Just that, keep it in mind, get it peer reviewed. More and more reports that you write or incident reports that you write, you'll get better at it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the understanding. I just wanted to make sure that it's not the expectation from the assignment.
Absolutely not. Okay,
Okay.
in terms of assignments, there was one question that was around using TRAM to analyze any threat report. Uh, you can have that report on your system or on the internet, right? What is expected from you is that you use TRAM, you upload any report on that, you understand how TRAM is mapping those, right? It will try to make best guesses in terms of how much probability each line of those reports are looking at. And once you do that, in case something is fairly wrong, or once you go through that report and any technique or tactic that is incorrectly mapped, that is the thing that needs to be corrected. That's all. So what you need to do is you need to take a report, you need to upload it on TRIM, you need to go through the outputs of that report. If you feel the tactics or techniques are correctly mapped, you can just download it as a JSON and give me the JSON output of that, or a PDF output of that. That is fine. In case there is something which is drastically wrong, for example, there is somebody who's mapped out, say, port scanning, but that report doesn't talk about port scanning at all, that is the only place where we will start losing marks for it. So expectation, TRAM, report, going through the outputs, correcting the outputs, giving me a PDF or JSON out of it. That's it. Whether that report is 1 page, whether that report is 40 pages, whether that report is 200 pages, I'm not concerned.
Yeah, I got it. Yes.
So Dhruv, the auto mapping, we just need to correct it, right? The
You
auto
need to
mapping
go
which is
through it.
already done.
You need to go through it. You need to just ensure that the technique or tactic that is mapped is right. If that technique or tactic that is mapped is correct, then you do not need to do anything. In case that is incorrect, and incorrect by a long shot, I'm not saying that, okay, where something is 40% or 60%, it might be right as well. But for example, if you're talking about masquerading and there is no masquerading at all in that report, then that is something which I would say is incorrect. Or if you're talking about spam or say spear phishing and that report doesn't talk about spear phishing, then I would say that is incorrect. So yes, you need to upload it. Something which is drastically wrong, you need to just change that. Give me the PDF or the JSON or the XML output of it. That's all I want. And obviously the report link so that even I can go through it.
So report link. So because we have generated it on our local, right? So that will not have it.
Just upload it as a zip file. Just give me the raw PDF and give me
Oh,
the
raw PDF.
Or
Okay.
can we add it as an object on the doc?
Yeah. You can add it, but sometimes that doesn't work. So preferably if you can just zip it along with, I mean, just put it in a zip folder and give it to me, it'll be helpful. If you take it off the internet and just share the link with me and the doc, that'll also work. I'll take it from there.
Okay.
Okay. Second question was just giving me benefits of Lockheed Martin kill chain over attack. I went through some assignments. I got a lot of explanation, but this point is going through what Lockheed Martin kill chain is, what attack framework is, and clearly giving me the benefits in terms of usability. My simple question to you is, why would somebody want to use Lockheed Martin kill chain over military attack framework? That is it. So questions contain a lot of marks on it, right? But it is not a exam question where I need 10, 20, 30 lines because it's 10 marks, or I need one whole page of an answer. It means that it involves some kind of research from your side. So if you do that research and if you give me the right answer, I will correct it basis of that. Maybe that answer is just one single line. But these questions require a little bit of understanding, research, and time from your side to just go through what each skill chain is.
Okay. I will resubmit.
Right? So
Yeah.
very clearly, again, I'm just trying to just tell you again, even in your exam, you will get questions which might be 20 marks, 30 marks as well, which might have just a single line answer to it. It will mean that you will need to go do some research on it. Any questions on the assignment now?
That's clear. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. I just wanted to discuss the quiz also with all of you once. So I'll just share my screen. All right. Uh, Sequence of questions might be different for everybody, but I'll make sure I cover all of them. First one was full form of Veris. Straightforward, I think. I don't think anybody should have got this wrong. Folks, need your inputs on this because if there's something which is confusing, I'd like to discuss that more in detail. These are like very straightforward ones, which are like you can like just get it off anywhere. So
Okay. No, I think this is okay.
perfect. All right. Second question was around exploited data has below characteristics. We had four choices. Right one was lower noise and lower reliability. Any doubts on this? Anybody selected anything else? You want to discuss this? So raw data, we always talk about higher noise, higher reliability. Exploited data, we always say that noise reduces, but because it has gone through certain hands and certain analysts already, we talk about lower reliability because there's a option of bias which comes in from the analysts.
For
Any
noise and
questions?
lower reliability, right? The correct answer.
Sorry?
Lower noise and lower reliability is the correct answer.
Yes.
Why not higher reliability? It can be high reliability also, right?
So,
Biasness is there.
okay. So three options were there. We spoke about raw data, we spoke about production data, we spoke about exploited data, right? In exploited data, okay, let's counter it. For example, why would you say it's high reliability?
Because it is already processed. It's not in a raw form. It
Okay,
is
so that reduces noise part. So where options are between choice 2 and choice 4, if I'm right.
right.
Okay, so first part of the question we are all aligned with that it's lower noise, right?
Right.
Okay. Now let's talk about reliability. Why do you say it's higher reliability?
If somebody have worked on it, then it is already in a.
All right. You forgot one thing that we discussed was
Bias.
when we even spoke about bias and collective reporting, chain of reporting, analytical bias, is that when we talk about a reader going through information, they are already sorting that information out according to their bias. So if the report of the exploited data that is available to you or the exploited data in its raw format is available to you, I do not know whether a analyst has applied his own bias over there or not. Hence, yes, noise is obviously lower because somebody has gone through it and churned that out, but they might have added their bias. What kind of format have they followed? What framework have they followed? Any standardization have they followed? That is always a question. So do remember, whenever you are reading reports or when you're going through reports, the more number of hands that report is gone through, the lower the reliability of that report becomes. Additionally, there was an additional problem that we had discussed of overconfidence as well. I do not know who the analyst was. He might have done these kind of researches before as well. And it might be that he's basing it on his research as well. So until and unless I see raw information, I cannot tackle reliability basis of that.
Yeah, got it.
Right. Okay, in collection of data, raw data has the below problem. So now we're talking about raw data. I hope this was clear.
Yes, yes, that was clear.
Okay.
It was direct. Yeah.
TRAM can be used to enable analysts by automating the following. Straightforward.
Yes.
Okay. Folks, anybody has any questions or you want to contest an answer, please raise it. I would love to have a discussion around it. It might be I'll even change my view or change the answer if you're right. So anybody has a question, anything, please let's contest it. This phase is not part of Kent's step to success. Again, straightforward.
I was not sure of this, so can't comment.
Okay. So if you go to the slides back, we discussed the 7 steps of Kent, step to success. Over there, overconfidence is not there. Overconfidence is basically a concept of analytical bias which comes in, which we use in biasing. We don't talk about it in Kent step to success at all. So this is basically going to come under the World War II era PPT, which I had shared with all of you. So you'll see it there. Okay, this term is not part of attack framework delivery phase. Any question? Anybody got this incorrect? Okay. In Bianco's pyramid of pain, this term is basically not part of it. Again, straightforward. Anything anybody got wrong here?
Yeah, it should be okay.
Right. This term does not associate itself with Varus. Again,
Yeah,
straightforward.
yeah, okay.
Which of the below is not a limitation of attack framework? Straightforward again. Anybody got it wrong? Want to discuss this? Okay. This is not a CTI framework. Anybody got this right, wrong, didn't know what to choose? Was this clear? Because I mean, this is sort of confusing because I did expect people to get this incorrect. If you've all got it wrong, I mean, all got it right, it's great.
I don't know, like we know exactly where we have got wrong because we don't have any way to means reflect back where what we have done. So now the option is not there for us to check.
Okay, but in terms of understanding, any
Yeah,
question here?
no, it was like it was easy only.
Okay, all right. Okay, which term does not constitute the diamond model? Again, straightforward.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Why should rabbit holes be avoided during threat hunting?
I remember I have kept all of the above.
Sorry.
I remember that I have kept all of the above.
All right. Anybody confused here?
Yeah, this is good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do organizations not use cyber threat intelligence? Anybody wishing to challenge the answer?
This is okay.
Right. Which factor or factors is the most important when accessing cyber threat intelligence reports from a human perspective?
Yeah, this is clear.
Which line does not pertain to sticks?
For this, I did a Google search.
That's fine. I don't expect you to remember it. I just want you to understand. So from this, my only idea or objective was that you understand that sticks is a JSON format and not XML. Whereas taxi gives you
Exactly. This is what I got.
perfect. That's fine. Okay. Which option is not part of the key stages of the cyber kill chain? Straightforward.
Straightforward.
What is the threat actor? Straightforward
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Threat intelligence work continues to be human heavy because of the need for human experts to assess so-called soft indicators which cannot be assessed solely by a technical tool. Any questions on this?
This is good.
Okay. Man in the middle primarily impacts what?
Yeah, straightforward.
This is straightforward.
Okay. Rubber ducky attack may lead to.
Well,
Okay. So what I expected you here was to go look at the threat group, look at the attack, and see the mitigation strategies or the techniques, and then come up with an answer.
this was not easy one.
No,
Yeah.
this was a bit confusing.
So see I have given you very straightforward answers in terms of saving time, right? Ideally, I wanted to structure it for 45 minutes because I expect you to close certain questions like very quickly and then you spend time here. That's why I said it's open internet, open book, etc. You go read about what rubber ducky is, look at the techniques, and then define basis of those techniques what answer will be there. So expect such questions even in the exam. Again, I'm telling you, it's going to be open internet, open book, whatever you want to do, right? There will be some straightforward answers as well, but there will be things that you will have to go research and then get an answer for. Okay. Leaving a locked IT system may lead to threat of uh, any questions here?
This is okay.
Okay. Which API based service allows for malware scanning?
Yeah, clear.
Cool. Select the most appropriate stage in Lockheed Martin cyber attack kill chain model where exploiting a vulnerability to execute code on victim system may get mapped appropriately.
It's again a straightforward.
Okay. Select the most appropriate stage in Lockheed Martin kill chain where harvesting email addresses may get mapped appropriately.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, like
Okay. Select the most appropriate way to address elevation of privilege threat.
Yeah, this is clear.
Okay. For those of you who didn't understand this, best way, go to attack, click privilege escalation, you will get this answer over there.
I think I remember that I put it as a fourth option. I don't know why access quotas.
Okay, but I'm just saying generally, for these kind of things, you will find all this information on privilege escalation. In attack itself, the first two lines itself will give you the answer. So again, why I'm telling you this is because these are questions which I don't want you to learn, but want you to go research, look up, and look at the right places. Okay. Most appropriate way to address denial of service threat.
Yeah, this is correct. There's more of a, if you go look at some word called throttling, which
Yeah.
we use. Yeah, APIs.
Most appropriate way to inform information disclosure.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Correct. So these kind of answers.
Here, this okay. This is encryption. That's correct. Okay, I thought okay.
These kind of answers, if you go to mitigation strategies on information disclosure, you will find it there. Okay. Most appropriate way to address repudiation.
Correct.
Correct.
Awesome. That's nice. Tampering.
And this is cool. This is okay. Digital signature.
Any doubts? Okay. Which tool utility can be used for recon?
Recon NG, yeah, straightforward.
Why didn't anybody say Metasploit on SS?
I don't know. I just when I saw that word, in my mind it was recon underscore NG. I didn't check the other option.
Okay. Has anybody selected Metasploit on SS here?
Even I went with Recon NG. Possibly the name. That's what the bias is we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you selected Metasploit and SS, they're incorrect, and I'll tell you why. Metasploit cannot be used for recon because you still need a targeted phase of direction, right? Which Recon NG provides you. Nessus, again, you need a specific domain to start, or you need a specific exploit part to start with. So in Nessus, you will define a site or a target or a URL or something to start with. Similarly, with Metasploit, you need to understand vulnerabilities in the first place, right? What exploit are you going to use? So that's why those two are incorrect. Recon NG will give you this information which you can leverage in Metasploit further or in Nessus as well. All right, phishing tools. Straightforward.
Yeah. Yes.
Which framework model can be used to identify the threat vectors?
That's right.
How many of you got this wrong?
I think I selected something as I did the Google thing, and it was giving OAPs.
Okay. Anybody else?
So even this Lockheed Martin will also give you the threat vectors, right? So why not a cyber kill chain?
You tell me. What do you feel?
Maybe not specific.
So read the question again. I'm saying to identify threat vectors. I'm not trying to say identify actors here.
Oh, okay. Can be used to
OWASP, if somebody would have chosen it, I would still give it to you to a certain extent. But I need a proper reasoning as to why. So if somebody has selected OWASP and they want to, and they think that is the right answer, just come and discuss it with me. If you give me the right rationale, I'll give you the marks for that.
I think I have done that OAPs, but the reasoning I would say that because I'll just think on it and I'll get back to you.
So you come back to me whenever and we'll discuss it. In case your reasoning is right or rationale is right, I'll give it to you.
Sure.
All right. Which utility can be used to host a quick and simple HTTP server?
Yeah, so the Python is the right answer, but possibility of starting Apache and Perl is also there.
Absolutely.
So then when I saw there's only this differentiation is quick and simple. So if that quick and simple is not there, then all these three is correct.
Perfect. So anybody who wants to contest this, please reach out to me. Give me a right explanation, rational, I'll give it to you. Okay, which utility can be used for searching IOCs on Yara rules?
So this
Straightforward.
is a very confusing question. When we say Yara rules, we have to run Yara only, right?
Yeah.
So why this question itself? And that's what I was wondering. Why?
Okay. So basically, there are three utilities which are very similar to Yara rules or Yara software, but you cannot run Yara rules on that. It's basically used for information gathering, and that was the thing. Basically, I was expecting you to search here, and if you did search here, you would have got the choice 3 or 4 here, which you would have selected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did the fourth one.
I got the first one because for me, I was wondering why this question itself.
Even I have given the first option. Then I realized, okay,
So stick to your
yeah,
stick to
yeah,
your gut. Stick to your gut next time. Don't go for Google
yeah.
always. Okay. Which of the following conditions in Yara rules syntactically are correct?
This is one. Yeah, this is correct.
Okay.
It's wrong. Yeah.
What are non-optional components of Yara rules?
There's only one optional component, which is condition.
Yep.
Everything else is non-optional.
Absolutely. Okay. Threat model steps look at trust boundaries. So which of the threat model steps look at trust boundaries? Any confusion here?
No. Yeah, it was clear.
Okay. Uh, Again, which of the following is not a step in threat model process? Any doubts, confusion?
This is clear.
Okay. Which of the following is a characteristic of a threat model?
Minimize the risk. Yeah.
Okay. How many areas of inputs are available under Veris?
Can we discuss this? I mean, I think I got it right, but
Sure, I'll discuss it with you. Okay. So what we need to look at over here is in Veris. Do you remember the 4 aspects that we talk about?
right.
Right. Okay. So we had also said in Veris we will basically look at a certain details in terms of the actor, the vector, and basically what it associated itself with, right? So when we say how many areas are available for input and how many areas are, if I compare it to say Lockheed Martin or attack framework, they basically change, and I'll tell you why they change is because in Veris you only can give certain amount of inputs in terms of the actor's data as well, or the see the threat actor or even the victim's data as well, right? Where victims data can be say infrastructure kind of thing, where actors data can be say source IP or whatever they're trying to organize or mitigate, and then the last part is around what data you're trying to achieve. So that's why we use it in terms of looking at say exfiltration reports or data breach reports, because what they end of the day they talk about is that one victim, one attacker, what data, and what critical confidentiality of that data has been broken with. Clear, not clear?
So if all of them will create a categories. I mean, what is the categories of input?
Yeah, so each of them define a different category in Veris. So actors and victims get three categories each, and data or confidentiality or what source or what is lost is basically given us a third category there. So it becomes 3 plus 3 on actor, victim, and then one on the data side. Hence it becomes.
Okay. Okay. That way.
Yeah. Okay, duplicate. All right. Incident ID in Veris is.
Yeah, I just looked at the JSON file. It was saying text field. It was saying
Yeah,
even though it is ID,
yeah, it's still text.
it is text, and as the schema definition says.
Yes, absolutely. So that's what you have to do. You have to just look at the schema here and just look at the object type of that field, which would tell you that's a text field.
Yeah, okay. That's what I did. The first answer, I was thinking of clicking on numeric field.
I
Yeah.
But
selected
this,
numeric. Same.
I
Then
feel
text.
that's
It's
what I
not,
did. And
it's
then I
not
went to,
because it's alphanumeric in nature. I mean, incident IDs can be alphanumeric in nature as well.
yeah. The schema definition says it's a text field.
Yeah. Okay, that's about it. Okay, one thing I wanted to discuss with all of you was for the final exam, please make sure you have TRAM running on your system. Please make sure you have your Jupyter notebooks running on the system. Uh, for theory, there will be very little of it, might just be about 10%, 15% of it. Mostly it will be practical, so just make sure you practice the Jupyter part notebooks or what we've done, which was interacting with sticks and taxi. You practice tram. Otherwise, it's still going to be open book, open PPT, whatever you want. You can go through it, you can do it. But unlike the quiz, I will be keeping the exam very, very short timed in terms of if you start looking here and there, you will lose time. And if you lose time, then you will not be able to complete it. So anybody who has any questions on TRAM, not working on systems, any issues with setup, let me know. Any
Yes.
issues with Jupyter not working on systems or Attack CTI not working on systems, let me know. And I would want to fix that today itself so that all of that thing is running for you. Other than that, if there are any questions anybody has to with any topic, let me know. If you can submit your assignments before whenever the exam is, at least you will get a certain idea of the expectations that are required. Uh, and I will be able to mark it before that, and you'll get that before you can attempt the exam.
So I faced a lot of issue with the tram. So while uploading the report on tram, it most of the time it was giving me error. I tried many reports like 48 pages report, 2 page report, 20 pages report. But whenever I was running, it was just giving me error.
All right, we'll have a look right now. But just before that, just give me a second. Uh, Folks, that's about all the topics I want to cover. I will still leave you with some time today to finish your assignments or for any questions or for any setup issues that you have. Please reach out right now or right away and we can discuss it.
One request, would it be possible to get a couple more days to submit the assignment?
Yeah, so Diksha had called me in the morning. I am okay with it as long as you submit it sometime before your exam. Uh, don't do it the night before, please, because it takes me some time to check as well. But if you do submit it sometime before the exam, I can just get, and I mean I can go through it and give you some feedback on that. But I'm okay with it as long as you give it to me anytime before the exam happens.
Sure, sure. Thanks a lot.
So Disha, you can extend the date for that to next whenever next Saturday or something. Cool.
Yes, sir, I'll do that. Actually, Shinu ma'am would be joining now, so I was on a call with her. Can we just wait for some time?
Yeah, I'm here only. I'm just
Yeah,
taking some.
sure. Yeah, sure, sir.
All right. Folks, those who do have questions, please let me know. Those who do not have questions, let me. I mean, you guys can work on your assignments. Please use this time. I'm here right now to spend time with all of you. In case any questions, I can help out right away.
Hi Dhruv, hi everyone. Just was muted and was in between. A lot of capstone discussions are going on. That's why I was not able to. But
No issues at all.
yeah, so just wanted to know everyone's comfort level and exam pattern, etc. It's been discussed, right? I saw your quiz, etc. It's just
Yes.
no.
I mean, they can answer, but yeah, I've discussed the exam pattern as well. But in
Yeah.
case there are any questions, I'm here.
Aman?
Yes, ma'am. We actually discussed it here.
Oh. Okay, I think you some of the project ideas also. I think Aman and all has some proposed some very good ideas. So I hope it also has a relevance in this module. Hope you have discussed.
That part I have not discussed yet. That I'll be discussing it separately.
Okay, fine.
Perfect.
Okay, so the questions, the lab exam is going to be a situational or a no, or a environment where you have to do the artifacts. I mean, evidence creation and all that, or
Yeah, so it'll be done basis of some solution that they need to work on and generate the artifacts from that and share it. And that basically is something that we'll verify.
okay, sure. No one is talking, please, people. Hello. Renajit was here. Renajit is the class leader,
Yeah.
no?
No. I just. I
Say
think our
yes.
class leader is Priyanshi. She's not there.
Class
Yeah.
leader.
But this was very interesting subject. I mean, Dhruv has really captured it well, and yeah, very modern subject and very relevant subject in today's world. Yeah, thank you for this.
That's
Yes.
true.
Anyone wants to? I know we have absolutely. In fact, today also somebody was telling about Dhruv from the previous batches. I think this kind of experimentation, passion. I don't know whether Dhruv or I have mentioned that he used to challenge the class that he has built the entire Make My Trip platform and was challenging that find a bug, etc. From an open platform perspective, right? So that's Dhruv. I hope people are getting inspired to do. And I don't know whether Dhruv, are you announcing something or it is still not announced?
Yeah, that's already done. I haven't announced it yet, but uh, yeah. So, folks, just for information, I mean, why we had a rocky start was because I was at my headquarters in Amsterdam at that point in time, and I will be taking over as CISO for OLX Autos. So, graduating from my role. Uh, it's already started from 1st of July, but that's basically where I am at the moment.
Big clap
Congratulations.
here. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have heard.
Yes.
So see so. Dhruv, hardly, I think, how old are you? You are less than 30, right?
I'm, I'm
Or
18. No, yeah,
Excellent,
I'm
super proud.
30 at the moment, yes.
Yeah, So that is the what is that opportunities you have in this field only if you are ready to experiment.
Absolutely, it's been a great journey, and yeah, now getting into more complex things, things which I don't like now. That's what I'm doing, getting into managerial
Uh,
things.
Administration and working with people,
Yeah,
that is more challenging than working with the bugs and virus and ransomware.
absolutely. Every day I keep criticizing myself for jumping into it.
But so glad. Others, not even clap is there. Huh? Are you all there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's absolutely. It is a good stuff. Yes.
Amazing.
Okay.
I think we were actually. I started diverting Dhruv into a different area, and he started showing us what all he has done, and it is really wonderful the way things were done at different cloud platforms, container platforms, and how the things were being modeled. It's very good, actually, very nicely done.
So since morning also I'm thinking like how I can use that open source to build a thread intel for my clients in Accenture. So definitely that was a great stuff, and I would love to try it.
Absolutely. So I think all of you have your capstone projects ahead of you, which I think you can start streamlining from there itself, and we can have a discussion on that anytime you guys want.
A lot of the capstone projects are mentored by Dhruv, so please connect. And that is the best part, though.
I will be
So
connecting with
and
you.
a lot of opportunity. Yeah, but I want to hear from others. What is the feedback on the module? Have you understood? Dhruv now?
Low participation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Deeksha, are you there? Are they there actually in the class?
Yes, Mama, I'm assuming they are there.
Have they told today?
Sorry, Mom.
Have they spoken at all in the class today?
Just a few of them, not all.
Okay. We'll mark them as absent, please. Diksha, I will monitor this. If you are not speaking up, it is as good as absent, right? We don't want people to just be there for the namesake. Vignesh, Sudarshan, I'm calling each of you because this is a lot of effort is been put. You won't get this kind of an exposure very easily in the market. And if you don't have even the basic courtesy to say a thank you to Dhruv or whatever, feedback, I don't know why are you here in the class? Sudarshan, are you speaking? We can't
Yes,
hear you.
yes, sure. I was just waiting for you to complete. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Ma'am. It was really a nice session, and it was very very informative for us. And I have learned new things out of this module, and it was able to relate about the current trends, what is happening outside. And thanks to Duru for taking it as an interesting session for us.
My pleasure.
That sounds better. Others? Those who are not
Yeah,
speaking, yeah,
this
please
is
note.
Ajit. Yeah. Sorry, actually, I missed first two classes. So it's all due to the personal issues and health issues. But then last two classes today and last week, I was able to pick it up. Yeah, thanks for the good class, though. Yeah, I was not interacting much because of that initial backlog I had, which I have to manage it before the exam. But otherwise, the way you delivered the module was very interesting. Yeah, as somebody mentioned already, it's a very relevant topic, and yeah, it's been covered well. So thanks a lot for the class, and yeah, there was some delay from my side. That's why I was asking for some extension of the time for assignment as well. I'm still recovering from my health issues. So yeah, but thanks a lot for the class and the way it was delivered.
Thanks, Keith. Take care and get well soon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So I think for anybody who has questions, I'm available right now. Setup issues, questions, anything, I'm still here. But please utilize this time for your assignments. I would really recommend that you submit it as soon as possible. It'll help you with the exam as much as possible as well. So let me check it, get some feedback to you as well, so that you don't make the same kind of mistakes again. So please, I mean, utilize this time that we have today to work on your assignments, or if you have any questions, just share them with me. Right.
Yeah, everyone is silent again. So, where are you putting all your projects done so far? Do you have a Git, or do you have somewhere that you are keeping all your assignments, or somewhere that you are publishing all these things, or you have a personal link somewhere? Or what is the best practice to show this portfolio of projects you have done as part of assignments? It could be. Or is there some practice? Dhruv, can you, because it's done as an assignment, but this also could be extended as a mini project and put it up somewhere with
Absolutely.
some
I have
comment.
I keep them in a central place where I use them, but yeah, we can definitely share it with people and extend it to projects for sure, because all the assignments, etc., that they're doing. But the idea is more that they instill ideas in them rather than deriving it from here itself. So if something clicks while they're doing these assignments, etc., then we can discuss it and take it forward from there. The whole idea and perspective of that is something clicks.
Yeah, so our big request is that if somebody could write some blogs around it, start writing, because writing is the skill that it's losing nowadays, and it's going to come big way in the projects. So please write something, put a well commented scripts there out, and even your learning experience, whatever that, every module you must have created something. These are the best ways to actually give back and publish, and so that people also know that you have learned this. Okay, so thanks so much, Dhruv. I don't know whether being behind the screen has made everyone quiet, and no, this is communication skill. I think I would say the only skill you must have as you grow is communication skill, getting it done, convincing others, talking, right? If you are all decided to mute, you cannot practice communication. Communication will not come without practice. Even whatever that is, it could be stupid and saying that, even if it is, even I am asking that you can always unmute and say thank you, it was wonderful, even that. If you hesitate to tell that, then I feel masters have no meaning. Okay,
Agreed.
silence again, huh?
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Sounds
So
good.
I had one question here. Like we have actually gone through all threat intelligence thing, right? So also we are going to discuss something on threat hunting as well, or
Yeah. So from a threat hunting perspective, I didn't want to get into too much of details, where I did a 101 kind of thing where we said that how we can use CTI to aid threat hunting, where we discussed the malware part and the analysis there, right? So I only wanted to keep it till there, because then the concept levels of threat hunting will go too in depth for everybody to look at. So if you want to still discuss something on that, let me know. I can discuss it with you individually. But for everybody, I think it'll get a little too complicated to do it. That's why I didn't want to do it. I just did it in a very simple, like a 101 kind of way.
okay, sure.
How to design your hunts, etc. So that's where we spoke about in the taking the malware as examples. The day I'd shared the screenshots with you as well.
Okay, thank you.
Any one of your project ideas in this area? I know Aman is very keen to work on it. Others, we have not heard anything. So if this is the area you want to specialize in, can we hear that at least? Hello. It is a one-way traffic, is it?
Yeah.
Pinaki, are you speaking?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm also like trying to change the subject because mm, I'm not sure like whether I will get the approval for what I was doing originally. Um, so yeah, I'm also looking out if something I can match with this module as well.
Okay.
And even like I'm working with like I've prepared the like report for the like my management to check like whether the what is the sensitivity of that datas and what I'm using. So yeah, this like if you means like the new standards which I'm means trying to use, maybe this can also be a part of that as well. But
Okay.
if the organization allowed, then only.
So your personal data, which you need approval, is that what you're saying?
Uh, no, the evidences like what I would be using for my testing purpose. So all like majorly the data is like confidential to the organization. So that is the challenge, like how to redact that part and get only the required evidence and that too like only the limited ones.
That
But
itself is a project, right?
yes,
Redaction. That itself many have done, no? Masking the data, all that is projects,
yeah.
right? So yeah, so but I don't see it as directly connected to threat intel.
So, like my project is based on the standards like ISO 27001, 2022. So this all like they have included new technologies like cloud and other stuffs. So even like if I go with the like for the policies only, like threat intelligence, and we have that as a means policy as well in our organization. So that also like I may at some point of time need to be testing that part. So yeah, maybe there is an opportunity to include means like include both at a time.
Okay. Okay. Not very clear. Maybe you should write it down and share.
Yes.
We can. Okay. Anyone else from um, this background and who's doing something, or you want to ask something?
I'll connect with Dhruv.
Perfect, folks. So if you have any ideas, etc., also that you want to discuss, maybe you don't know how to do it about, I mean, go about it, or maybe it's not related to CTI, but you want some technical help on that, on how to go about it, let me know. We can discuss it. And additionally, also, if there's anything that you're not very clear about in terms of, say, implementation or even ideology, that how we can proceed in it, we can discuss it.
Okay. Sure. I hope you will take the best use of the mentor's help. Your proposals, first year capstone project proposal, all are due. Do not wait. Connect with the mentors, read up, build your own blogs, or come to the campus. There will be some support here. Okay, thanks so much, Dhruv, and everyone.
You're welcome, Sinu.
Thank
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm still here in case there are any questions, setup issues, etc. So just reach out and you can stay on this call. If there's nothing, please work on your assignments and thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
Please make use of Dhruv's presence. The class is still not over. Just stay back and do the assignments. That is better so that you have some help.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, when you had an issue with setup, we can discuss it now.
Sure, I'll just share my screen. So here, see, this is the page, TRAM page. I'm trying to upload. These are the reports which I got it from internet, and let's take this one.
Okay.
And when I'm selecting it, okay, 1 second. It goes to queued status, but after that, I'm getting error here most of the time.
Okay, just refresh it once.
I actually restarted the session as well. I terminated the terminal, and then again I ran the last command, which is docker compose up.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it's not working.
Okay.
Twice or thrice I tried.
That's fine. Just go back to your terminal once. Just open a new terminal.
So
Uh, just do a netstat minus ntpl once here, a sudo netstat minus ntpl. Just run sudo apt install net hyphen tools.
app
Sudo
install.
apt space install net hyphen tools. So the error can be twofold. There's an issue in the image. So, or B, it can be that the port itself is not receiving the traffic, or the request is not landing on the right container. So we'll check both things first. We'll check the container request first, and then we look at the image itself.
Okay.
So just run the netstat command now. Okay, just scroll up a little bit, yeah. And just type the command docker ps minus a.
Cool.
PS minus a.
Minus 8.
Space minus a for apple. Just put a space between the minus and the a, PS. Yeah, just run this. Just run it with sudo once. Okay, all right. Just 1 second. Could you just connect to the Nginx layer once?
Like
So docker exec sudo docker exec minus it, and then just copy the container ID of the last one.
sudo docker.
Exec exec space minus it. Space, just copy the container ID of the second one.
Container ID.
The first, it's in front of GHCR. 515C2E, something like that. Just copy that.
Okay.
And just put a space and then bin bash. Slash bin slash bash. Slash bash. No, the slash is okay. It'll be forward slash only. Uh, just remove slash bin slash bash and just put .sh in front of that. Oh no, just .sh. Just remove the slash bin also. Yeah, just .sh. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Just run a command docker or just sudo docker and just type the command restart and just copy the 515c2 command. Yeah, just hit enter. Just run a docker ps-a now, the same command that we ran before. Not this one, just go back up. One more up. One more. Yeah, this one. Okay. And just simply restart the 0f071 as well. Yep, just run docker ps-a. Cool. Just go to your browser once and just see if RAM is running. Okay. Just upload a report again and see once. Just refresh the page once. Okay, all right. Give me 1 sec. Let's just start from scratch. Just run the command docker sudo docker remove space, just copy the container ID, anyone, we have to do both. Space, hit this command. Okay, just type docker rm, sorry. Instead of remove, just make it rm.
We need to stop.
Yeah, just stop it before, sorry, my bad.
Both the IDs.
Yeah.
It's done. Removed.
Cool. Just 1 second. Just hit an ls command here now. Okay, just rm the docker compose.yml file. Just remove that. Okay, just open your browser. Just go to just type GitHub tram on Google. Yeah, just copy the second command. Just remove the dollar in front of curl. Just cat the docker compose file once.
I'm sorry.
Just type cat the docker compose file. Okay, just edit this file once. You're accessing it from the same machine, right?
Yes.
Okay, then you don't need to edit it. It's okay. Just leave it. You can exit it straight. Cool. And just run docker -compose space up.
Okay, so when you say same machine, you mean to say like
The
Docker compose everything?
right? The machine where you're running Docker, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, just run the sudo docker compose up. Yeah.
Block mapping.
Just open the YAML file once. Or just remove the YAML file once.
This one, right? Again?
Yeah, just remove this. Okay, just run docker compose up again, the sudo docker compose up. Okay, now just run the curl command again. Yep. Now just run the sudo docker compose up again.
Already exists.
Just give me a second. That's fine. It will say that. That's okay. Cool. Just open your browser once and check on page 8000.
Yeah. So
Just try uploading a report now.
something else.
Just refresh it once. Okay. Just give me control of your machine, please.
It's not able to extract PDF text.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Do you have Chrome installed on this machine?
I'm sorry, Chrome?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I'm using reverse machines. Sorry for the background. PDF, yeah. You can just I'll do it. There is some bug here. I don't know. There is the option to
Has it downloaded now?
Let me check. You downloaded. I think in documents. No.
Should be in downloads only.
Yeah. This.
Oh, that's something else. Not. Just give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay, I think page. Maybe this is not.
Wow. Why is it doing that? Give me 1 second. Can you just go to your base machine, your Windows machine itself?
Yeah. This is the window machine. No, this is not the Windows.
Just go back to the base machine, please.
Here it is.
Sorry, we need to scroll here. I forgot.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. You want me to open the download?
Yeah, if you can, please. Yeah, just install this once.
Hi, Dhruv. If while this is going on, can I ask you a question related to the assignment? I'll share my screen if that's fine for some time, 2 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah. So I downloaded two, three reports. And then ran it through TRAM, and then for one of it, I just extracted one document. Now I want to understand what is the uh, expectation. So you want us to write a report in a way that it maps the tac the tactics based on the Mitre framework or something for a specific adversary, or uh,
What I
because
want,
this is how it looks. And I mean,
this is fine. Now, what I want you to do is that in case there is a tactic which you are reading on the text part on the left, right, and the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
tactic is mentioned as software discovery,
Hmm,
right? For example, this was mentioned as something else and it doesn't correlate to the text on the left,
hmm, hmm. Yeah.
right? We need to update that using the TRAM software itself and then export the report.
Okay. Okay. And so there is
Whatever text is on the left should match the attack and the attack ID and the technique on the right. That's all.
cool, cool. So again, the reports are of different types. Like, let's say, if you download a report which is very specific to APT 29 that or 28 something that you were just downloading,
Mhm.
then you will find. I mean, that is so different compared to these kind of reports where there are so many adversaries. Like, there's not one. Uh, so that's how do we do it in that case? So here, if you look at this, there are different. They're talking about very different adversaries, which shows very different tactics, and the report covers a lot of them compared to just one adversary or one group.
That's fine.
And
So if there are multiple adversaries, you'll have multiple techniques there, right? So for example, if you look in this column, you have two
mm,
techniques mentioned there. Similarly, those techniques will keep expanding the more and more details you have.
cool, cool. All right, that's just. I just wanted to understand how the report should look. So yeah,
Perfect. So it should just correlate to what you're writing on the left. That's it.
cool, cool. Thanks.
Anytime. Yeah, when you can share your screen now. I'm gonna let this install. I'll just be back in 5 minutes.
Sure.
Aman, are you here?
Yes, Dhruv. It got installed. I'm just restarting the machine.
Sure. Okay. Windows updates.
Right. Windows updates have become a meme now.
Indeed.
Okay. You want me to?
Yeah, just download the, just open your terminal once and just see if you're being able to run the docker compose command.
Okay.
Terminal, I mean command prompt.
Okay, here only on the
Yeah,
host
on
machine.
yeah.
Run it as administrator.
Yep. Just run
So
docker hyphen compose. Just hit enter once. Cool. Just download the YAML file on in the downloads file and just go to the directory and run docker compose up. Just open the browser and download the YAML file here.
I need to accept this. I don't know what is.
Yeah, just accept it.
Okay.
Yeah, now just open the browser.
Yep.
Just type tram GitHub. Just scroll down and copy the. Just go up. You'll see the Docker compose file here only somewhere.
Docker is there.
One second.
This is me. My project setup docs.
Just open the link itself on the browser. You'll be able to download it. Just scroll down. Just copy the HTTPS command. Don't copy the curl command. It's in front of that. In step 2, yeah. Just copy everything from HTTPS to last. Just open this in a new tab. Okay, just copy this. And just create a new file on Notepad. Just paste this and save it as docker compose.yml. Save as type, just change that to all. Yeah. Not the same. Cool. Just open your command prompt. Just come to this folder instead of 32.
Desktop.
Just give me control for a second.
Yeah.
Still saying waiting for approval. Give me control. Yeah, got it. Oh, it didn't get accepted. Just requesting again.
Okay.
Have you approved it? Just minimize this. I think Teams will be requesting for control. All right, leave it. Just run the command docker compose space up.
Fail to execute.
Just scroll up. Just 1 second.
Connected lab connected system cannot find the file specified.
Just give me 1 second. Just see docker compose command running. Yeah, okay. Just type docker space compose. And space up. Yep, just type this.
Docker daemon is not running.
Just go to services in your Windows system. Or just open Docker desktop once. Just give me control for a second, please.
I don't know what's happening here. 1 second. It's actually not letting me do anything. I'll just stop presenting. Okay, can you ask? Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Can you just right click on this icon? Just click on restart. Just open the task manager and kill it once, please. Yeah, okay, done. This one.
It's already coming stopping. Ah, is that the issue? Okay, no. Okay. I think that was the actual ship.
Let's see.
This
It's
is what
good.
happens. It was actually in front of us, but we were not doing. At least we are getting starting now. Yes. This should work.
Hope so. Let's see.
Yes. Perfect.
Cool.
Perfect.
Must be
Thanks.
just Ubuntu, yeah. Can't say.
Thank you so much.
No issues at all.
And the other question related to the Jupyter notebook. So today also I was running those commands, but sometimes that happens when you put in some commands, the Jupyter notebook will not respond. So while in final exam, like how you want us to, cooperate with that?
Not respond in the sense as in?
As today also, I'll just share my screen again. 1 second. Yeah, sorry, sharing. Where I was on Ubuntu. So as you said right in the morning, that asterisk mark will be there when you enter a command, and it means that it is working. So in my case, in the morning when I was trying to shadow you, I don't know what was happening when I was entering the command. It was the asterisk mark was there, but after some time, even the asterisk mark was vanished, and the command which I have given was not working, and it was not even giving some error. So do you like troubleshooting steps should be restarting again, or
Ideally, yes, but shouldn't happen. Let's check once.
okay. No worries. If that is the scenario that it should not be a problem, then I think it's fine.
Yeah, just 1 second.
And now, anyhow, it ran. It was taking time, I guess.
It's working now?
Yeah, I got this one. I actually got stopped at this place. Yeah.
No problem. Might be some issue at that point in time.
Yeah. So these two are the main things
Still
that we need to practice.
saying, 1 second, it's still saying not connected. Just refresh the page once.
Yeah, it was actually idle for a long time.
Okay, I think a Jupyter notebook's not running. You'll have to start it again.
Yeah, yeah. So these two things are the main, right? We need to do practice for our final exam.
Yes.
And already you have shared, I think.
Yeah, your Jupyter notebook's not running. Just run it from your terminal.
Oh, yeah.
Just open localhost 8888. It'll work.
Yeah, actually, copy pasting is working well. Ah, got stuck. No worries, I'll work on this.
Sure.
Now we have time, so I'll connect with you in case.
Perfect. No problem.
So thank you. Thank you.
Anytime. Any other questions anybody has? Or any other issues, setup issues, anything else I can help out with? Alright, folks, you have my number. In case you have any questions, let me know. You can just send me a message and I'll get in touch with you once I'm free. And otherwise, just practice your assignments and you should be good to go.
Sure. Sure.
Right, folks, thank you. Have a good weekend and
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
thanks. Bye.